Welcome to our February edition of Let's Get Growing. Still a little cool in the landscape, but plenty to do. In February, we're going to mow or spray all the winter weeds. In addition, we're going to mulch bare soil in all our beds and then cut out the dead stalks in our perennials and the tops. Cut the tops off and add that to the compost if they're not diseased, and that's going to help build that compost so you'll have something to add to the beds next year. And remove the top layer of mulch and place it on plastic or a tarp, because you're going to come in and put down a layer of compost, and then you're going to put down 7 or 8 layers of newspaper, and then put your mulch back on top of that, and you're going to have weed-free beds without using any chemicals. Continue the major pruning of your trees, and remember that if you have to get on a ladder, you need a professional. But the 3 pruning rules are: dead and diseased first, crossing and rubbing, last but not least, clean out the middle. And never line tail, which is strip the limb off and just leave the foliage on the end, because the wind's going to catch it and then rip that whole limb off. Now you can cut your ground covers back around the 15th of this month, and make sure you can cut your jasmine back and your lyrope, because it's probably tattered on the ends. Just raise your mower up to its highest height and then run over that, bag it or rake it up and add it to the compost pile. And then prune your roses back by 50% by February 15th. And that way you're going to have strong new growth this spring. Remember, add everything to the compost pile because we need it. And last but not least, feed the birds. So this is an African violet leaf, and I just picked it off the plant and cut the stem off, and we're going to make new African violets out of this little leaf. And it's so simple. And we're going to take a few little tools like this, a little cup, some foil, a knife, and our leaf. And then we just take this piece of foil and place it over the top of the cup, mold it in, and then we're going to take this knife and we're going to cut a little slit right in the middle, big enough to slide this leaf in. Then we're going to take this leaf and we're just going to slide it down, and you may have to, manipulate the foil a little bit to get it in. Just make you a little hole and stick it down in. Now, I didn't make it quite wide enough, so I'm going to just cut a little bit more. Very easy. You can't mess this up. It's very, very simple. And then we slide it in to where the leaf is in the water. Just pick it up and check and see. It's a little windy out here, but you'll be much better in the house. And you'll see that it's just barely sticking into the water. And then just take it, set it in the kitchen window, a place where it's going to get some bright light, and then you're going to watch for it put out roots, and then you'll see little babies come out right here, and then you're going to just pull it out of the water and repot it into some nice soil. Don't put it in a huge pot like this 6-inch. We want to use a pot about this size. A 4-inch would be much better. Water it thoroughly, and then just water it when it gets dry, and it'll grow and you can share with friends.